What is Pest Talks?
What is Pest Talks?
What is Pest Talks?
It's where leaders from all corners of the pest control world
come together to have continuous conversations
on trending topics.
Sure, our views may not all be the same,
but the passion that we have is what brings us all together.
Pest Talks is pest control, expertise, experience,
entertainment, social networking,
social media, and trending topics coupled with technology.
Listen in and join the conversation
from a pest management professional's perspective.
Pest Talks, happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a good day. I wanted to tap in on this trending topic that we have this week. It's funny because I was thinking about it, and before I started in the pest control industry, I could have literally said an ant, or I could have said a mosquito, or I could have said like any pretty commonly known pest, and like I would have been like, no, like I would have never ever could have thought to be in a room like infested, living in a room infested with that pest. But the more that I'm getting to learn about like the invasive pests and the not so common special type of pests, the ones that we don't really hear about too much, those are the ones that I can't do. Like I can do an ant all day long. Cannot believe I'm saying this, I can live with a bed bug. Not biting me, but I can live with it. Mosquitoes, yeah, I hate them, but I can live with it. Let's see. Okay, I don't know about rats, guys. Rats and mice and rodents and I don't know. But I would pick that any day. And to me, they are kind of cute. But I would pick that any day over, drumroll, earwigs. Okay, I have recently learned what an earwig is, and it is the nastiest thing. I literally get chills thinking about it. It is my ultimate no. Like I had to kill one yesterday in my kitchen, and it's been raining nonstop here in Northeast Ohio, but I had to kill an earwig. Is it earwigs or is it earwig? I don't know. Anyways, I had to kill it, and I heard the crunch, and I was like, oh. I literally made that noise. It was horrible, guys, like horrible. They have those little pinchers. Does that mean that they're supposed to pinch you? I don't know. They have those little pinchers. They're long, they're big, they move weird, they move fast, they make noises. If you put me in a room that was infested with earwigs, I would just close my eyes and just pretend like I don't even know what I would do. I can't even think about it because it's making my stomach hurt. But yeah, earwigs to me are a no. You can't pay me wait, I don't know. Maybe you can. You can't pay me $1,000. Let's just start small. You can't pay me $1,000. Yeah, earwigs are my answer. They're so gross. I'm curious to hear what everyone else is going to say. I'm excited to hear what everyone's going to say. But like I said, anything like unusual, like earwigs, no. Just no. Never in a million in my wildest dreams would you ever put me in a room with earwigs. Hope everybody has a good day. I'm gonna go get this workout in. Bye.
Good morning, Pest Talks. Wow, Amanda, I'm with you on the earwigs. Funny story about me and earwigs. So when I first started in the industry, I was as green as grass, knew nothing about bugs. My identification skills were next to zero. And so I was working in an Oriental restaurant, and they had some roaches. So I was going through the things, but baiting, inspecting, all that good stuff, and ran across what I now know it was an earwig. However, at that time I didn't know what it was at all. So I called my supervisor. I said, I have found an insect in a box, and I think it came from another country. And I was as dead serious as could be. I was trying to convince him that yes, I had found something that should not have been brought over on a shipment. And so he said, take a picture, send him a picture, and it quickly became the laughing stock of the office. So that was my quick story about earwigs. So now I know them exactly what they are without hesitation. But my insect I could not live with would be bed bugs. The trauma that those insects bring, not only mentally, physically, emotionally, I don't know I could do it. Laying there knowing that something is going to crawl on me, suck my blood, get a blood meal, go hide back out. I probably couldn't sleep, which would affect every other aspect of my life. So could not live with any bed bugs.
Yo. What's going on, PT fam? Man, Amanda,
Earwigs, you can pay me $1,000 to stay with earwigs because they don't bother me. One pest that I just could not live with for a week, period, not gonna do it, is rodents, I'm telling you. Rodents, because I don't want rodents playing dap with my toes. Like, I don't want anything running on the ground near me. Rodents, they carry diseases. It's just something about seeing something move and then you double checking. If it's a pet rat, then that's actually dope. They're actually pretty dope. But a rodent that is not a pet, that's invading, they can bite you. Some rats can just like get at you. That's not something that I would want to stay in the house with for a week. I know, like Amanda was saying, she said that she can deal with bed bugs. I can't deal with bed bugs either, but above bed bugs, don't give me a rodent. It's the poop and the pee and the viruses and the bacteria that they carry. Nah, no rodents for Mr. Goins. So it's been a good day. It's kind of hot out here, so I'm getting a little more chocolate brown. But anyways, I hope everyone's having a great day. And yeah, no rodents for Mr. Goins.
I wanted to chime in on Ryan's answer. I don't want any rodents crawling and creeping and, near my toes or any of that stuff. I can't do that. The other thing, Amanda, I can relate to you on the ear twigs because I grew up in Michigan and I don't really see them out here, but I definitely, when I was growing up in Michigan, I used to see those little ear twigs. People always talked about them being in people's ears. I love to hear from some of the pest control people. Is that really true? I really need to know. I think one of the top ones is rodents, and I'm going to say scorpions as second. I just got to throw it out there. I know it's one pest that we're talking about, but definitely rodents. I actually remember, this is a funny story, and I just got to share this. One time, I was, this was like maybe like 18 years ago. I don't know if I was getting my hair braided or the person I was dating was getting her hair braided at the time, but I just remember we were sitting in the living room and I saw little mice come out. He kind of looked around a little bit and just kind of shot into another direction wherever he was going to go. And I was just like, oh man, no, I can't do it. So yeah, rodents would be my thing that I just would not want to live with for a week.
Welcome to today's episode of Things You Didn't Really Need to Learn About, but You're Going to Hear About Anyway with Dr. E. Earwigs come from the order Dermeptera, or Dermeptera, however way you want to say it, okay? And the etymology of that word is derma, which means skin, and pteron, which means wing, like pterodactyl, right? Wing. So you gotta ask yourself, wait a second, do earwigs have wings? Yes. Yes, they freaking do. Earwigs have wings. On the back, they have these forewings that are kind of hardened and leathery, and they actually protect the hind wings that you rarely ever see. Earwigs can fly, people. They fly. They rarely do. Most of the time they crawl around. But when their wings come out, they are this translucent, like skin wing, right, which is what Dermaptera means. And it's in the shape of an ear. It looks like an ear, right? And so the name for earwig is actually from the shape of their wings. It has nothing to do with them crawling into your ears. Don't worry about that. That's a old wives' tale. Whoever made that up just wanted to make some money in pest control. Amanda, I know they look creepy. I know they look weird. But at least now you know that the name earwig has nothing to do with your ears other than how they're shaped. Also, something that's kind of interesting, the difference between male and female earwigs. The males are the ones that have the pincers on the back that are curved. The females have the pincers on the back that are straight. Straight for female, curved for male. The females are also one of very few insects that actually have really good motherhood instincts, like motherly instincts, like care for their young. Earwigs tend to their young throughout their whole rearing period, like 70 days that it takes from like egg to when they can actually run around on their own. And the mother spends that entire time with them. It's kind of wild and magical. So not only do earwigs not crawl into your ears, but they also are really good moms, which is kind of sweet if you think about it. Anyways, that's it for today's episode of Things You Really Didn't Need to Learn About, but You're going to Hear About Anyway with Dr. E. We'll catch you guys next time.
Yo, Alex, what is an ear twig? Let me know, because I don't know what that is. I think you meant earwig, brother, earwig. But an ear twig, I'm thinking of a branch scratching my ear. But yes, as I stated before, earwigs don't bother me. But yeah, a scorpion, yeah, that right there, I would definitely not be in a house with a scorpion for a week.
What's up, Pest Talks? Good morning. Just rolled up on an inspection this morning, got out of the car, and I'm pretty sure I found what Alex was talking about with the ear twigs. I found the PPE equipment, I found everything, so I had to hop on here real quick and share you. Hold on, let me flip this camera around so we can get a good look. So I found the PPE equipment, got a nice glove there, somebody was being very safe, and then I think I found the ear twig. Just playing with you, my friend Alex. Y'all have a great day.
Pest Talks. What? Can't make this up. Can't make this up. It's right there. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I'm so scared, guys. It's they're never in my place. Ever. And how, when I was talking about it today, okay. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I had to show you one more time. No.
Ryan with the mice. I don't know, dude. Like Tom and Jerry, they're just so adorable, man. I used to have like gerbils. I know you said like pet rats and maybe lab mice or rats probably is excluded, but it's the German roaches for me, man. They're not paying any bills. They're not doing anything. They're just feeding off everything that I feed off of, and it's just so many of them, and they just multiply so fast. My only concern is obviously when I go on vacation, who's gonna watch all the offspring? So I probably would say German roaches.
Ash, man, Tom and Jerry, a wonderful cartoon, but still, I'm not afraid of rats per se, obviously, but laying my head down on a pillow or on a couch, I'm not trying to think about a rat. Now, a roach, we see a lot more American cockroaches here in SoCal. German cockroaches are obviously different, but at least those are more in a specific area, unless it's like super infested, which I don't want to be with either, so I concur with that, but at least German roaches can tend to be in clusters somewhere else. Rodents, they can just be running around anywhere. Now, that's not to say that a roach can't be crawling on the TV while you're watching it, because I've seen that when I've inspected some homes before. But nonetheless, I think I'm gonna have to keep my pests that I could not deal with if I had to stay in the house for a week. I could not deal with the rat. Alex, ear twig. I think you meant earwig.
Pest Dog family. What's the dealio? Amanda, it was hilarious. I believe you jumped on Wednesday. You were like, yeah, I don't want to live in a house with earwigs infestation. And then the next day, you had an earwig in the house. That was hilarious. I was laughing. Ryan said rodents, specifically rats. I completely agree with you, man. When it comes to all these pests, rats is definitely one of those I would not want to live with. When you think about the disease, them running around making noise at night, so definitely not getting any sleep, them chewing wires, which is a fire hazard. So yeah, that would definitely be the number one on my list. I would not want to live with rats. It's just too much that comes with that. And it's like, which part of the house can you really hide in? Because technically, they can get into any room if they really wanted to. Once they're inside the house, they can break into any room that they want to. But I did like, so far, Alex's response was really good. Scorpion, that's a good one, man. I wouldn't want to be in the house with scorpion too. An infestation of scorpion? No, sir. Ash said German roaches. A real infestation of German roaches is definitely bad. I feel like there are ways around it that you can still get some sleep. But with rats, I don't know how much sleep you could get if the house is infested with rats, man.
PT family, what is up? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Man, so many great answers so far on this trending topic. Earwigs. Amanda, that was hilarious that you made your Marco Polo about earwigs. And then you made another Marco Polo, I think it was the day after, where you saw an earwig in your tub. Hilarious. But I think I'd be okay with that, living with earwigs for a week. Yes, Alex, earwigs. I know Ryan said it, but yes, earwigs. Ryan, rodents, but more specifically rats. I get it. Their droppings, their urine, the diseases, I get all that. Going to sleep, having rats running around you is a crazy concept. But I think I'd be able to deal with those too. Ash, German roaches, I feel you on that, but I think I'd be good with those too. I think I have a pest that everyone can collectively agree with they would not want to deal with for a week being infested with. But I'm going to paint a picture. Ready? It's 5:30 in the evening. You go to take out the trash. You're outside for 30 seconds. You throw the trash out and you come back inside. You start cooking dinner, maybe watching a little TV. Out of nowhere, your legs start itching. You're like, huh, it's kind of weird. A couple minutes later, your arm starts itching. By the time you realize it, you got about 6 mosquito bites on you. In that 30 seconds that you went outside to throw the trash out and come right back inside, and now you're just itching all over the place. Imagine being infested with them for a week straight. Yes, they carry diseases and they do all that stuff, but just because of how much I'm going to be itching is enough for me to say, no way. There is no way I would last a week with mosquitoes in my house for a week. No shot.
What's up, Pest Talks? The sun is shining. I felt this was a good look. Baby Grace is in the background. She'll probably make her appearance in my video, in my Marco Polo. Amanda with the earwig, with the earwig or ear twig. That was hilarious that it was also in your house. It's not the worst thing to be infested with, but I do think they're not attractive. So, but the fact that it was in your house is just hilarious. Ryan said rodents. Alex said rodents. German roaches. Yeah, I don't want to deal with German roaches either. Or bed bugs. They definitely infest fast. And oh, somebody wants to make it in the video. Okay. Okay, come on. Come on. Say hi. Oh, by the way, Alex, the story about you getting your hair braided and the mice came out while you were getting your hair braided. I just want to know, did you pay? Because I wouldn't have paid. I mean, if you paid, I wouldn't have tipped or something. I mean, what happened? Like, what? Alex, you also said scorpions. I think if I saw one in the house, I would not be happy with that. I'd be actually really irritated if a scorpion was in this house. Even David, mosquitoes, like I don't want mosquitoes. They bite me no matter where I'm at. In New Orleans, I get bit. In Florida, I get bit. Vegas, I get bit. Mosquitoes are everywhere. I don't like mosquitoes either, but I'm going to go out on a limb here. I would not want to be infested with crickets. Not Jiminy Cricket, okay? Not the cute, bigger cricket. Well, even Mormon crickets are a little, I don't know, the potato bug. They're cute, kinda, but I don't want to be infested with a gang of them. But the crickets I'm talking about are the regular ones that you see all the time that hop, like they jump so high and so fast. First of all, they don't smell good. I also think they're ugly. I actually think they're uglier than earwigs. Yeah, mama thinks they're uglier than earwigs. And they just jump and they'd be jumping everywhere. And I would try not to step on them and then I would. Crickets. Yeah, I don't want to be infested with crickets. That's my bug. Right now I'm infested with her.
Hey Jay, you had the ear twigs, but it looks a little big to get in the air. I don't know, maybe can you get a little closer? I just need a better picture. Maybe I can analyze it. Kind of need like a microscope. Anyway, quick question. So I'm doing a service here and I gotta go to an adjacent unit. So my dilemma is, should I go down the steps and around to come up? Or should I hop this little fence? You know what? I think I go around and down. Anywho, just joking.
Do you see it? Oh, no, hang on. Don't touch it. Hey, yeah, I know. Be careful. Yeah, it's a wolf spider. Cool, huh?
It's in your bus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Don't touch. Good wave. Yeah, she's struggling a little bit.
Little baby.
Whoa, buddy. You can't grab.
Yeah, you can't grab the spider. Bye.
Say bye.
Bye. Bye-bye, spider.
I don't know, Eric. I think Grace would kind of give me or Noel's vibe and be like, I have to calm myself in order to, in the future one day, even pick up a spider. So you're helping my confidence because, Grace, I guess a child will feed off their parents' energy. Help me, brother. Send me some of your ways, Eric. Send me some of your ways. And Jay, that was hilarious. Air twig. And then Ash, if you hopped over the fence, it wouldn't be too different from what most black people do. I'm playing.
Jay, I love what you did with the twig. I didn't even realize I was saying twig instead of earwig, but now I know for sure. I know the right terminology. Noelle, the rat story. We went to somebody's house to get her hair done. So, I mean, we didn't leave. We ended up still just getting, she got her hair done, and then we left.
Ryan, why, brother? Why? I mean, why? Why'd you have to? You make me feel like I'm trying to get away from something. Anyway, just wanted to say that was extremely funny, brother.
That's you're funny, bro. Just had to tap back in and say that.
What's up, Pest Talks? Eric here. Okay, so you guys picked a lot of good ones. Ryan picked rats and rodents, which is true, very disgusting, lots of diseases. Alex actually picked one that I was going to choose, which was scorpions. Scorpions do not sound like any fun at all. And we're talking like infestation level happening in your house. If that was going on, I do not want scorpions crawling on me. I've handheld a lot of insects and arachnids in my day, but not scorpions. They just seem overly aggressive and prone to stinging. Right? David mentioned mosquitoes, which honestly, I did not think about because I'm thinking I'm going to go outside, maybe get bit by a couple mosquitoes. I come back inside, no big deal. But if I can never escape from mosquitoes, that would suck. And I actually think that might rival my actual choice, which is bed bugs. Honestly, I can't do it. Can't. We used to get phone calls for inspections for bed bugs, and it was one of those scenarios where it was like, do not bring them back with you. For the love of God, please do not bring the bed bugs back with you, right? Don't sit on any couches, don't sit on any furniture, don't even be in there too long. Don't lay on the ground, don't even touch the carpet, just hover around the house through your entire inspection, find a bed bug, call it a day, and get out of there. Bed bugs are like the most feared of any bug in our entire office. That's how bad bed bugs were. Cockroaches didn't even get that bad. And ants definitely are bad to deal with as a PCO, but you're not like you're scared of them, right? I gotta say though, mosquitoes. I hate mosquitoes. And I think that they might give bed bugs a run for their money as far as what I'd rather be infested by. There is a post-traumatic stress disorder specifically related to dealing with bed bugs. That's how bad bed bugs are. Like when people can't sleep, things get crazy. Things get wild. And if you think about it, all these other insects don't really want anything to do with you. Bed bugs specifically have everything to do with you, and the only place they want to hang out is the place that you're going to be sleeping. Think about that. The one place where you can just go and escape the entire world and all your worries and just go off into dreamland. You can't. Why? Because there's a bunch of freaking bed bugs chomping on you and sucking your blood. And then it's itchy. There are a couple, like I think maybe a couple of cases where I found that certain people didn't react and respond to bed bug bites. Like you couldn't tell that they were actually bitten at all. And that has to do with their own body's unique reaction to histamines, and it reacts with bed bug bites and everything else. Some people don't react at all. If that were the case, would it be that bad? Yes, it would still be that bad. Okay? So it's going like, for me, it's bed bugs are up here. Can't do it. Please, don't make me do it. Mosquitoes, right below that, actually, because that would suck. I don't think you could sleep getting eaten alive by mosquitoes either. I've been camping. I've experienced that. Royally sucks. Then scorpions, I think. I could actually deal with spiders pretty well, mostly because spiders, again, don't give a rip about you. They don't even want to eat you or feed on you. They don't even want to be around you. It's no big deal, right? Bed bugs. No. No thanks. I don't think so. Nope. Too bad. You'd have to pay me a lot of money to stay in a house for an entire week completely infested with bed bugs. It's not for me. So sorry.
Hey, Pest Talks family, how you guys doing? Hope everybody doing well. The person I agree with the most in here is Ashley. German roaches. It's not so much I'm afraid of them, but they crawl over everywhere. They can get all in you. You're sleeping, they might get in your nose and your ears and all. That's the idea that can happen. Mice, yeah, they carry diseases, but for the most part, they're gonna run and hide. But roaches, they don't care. They think they run the place. That's the one pest. Not so much I'm scared of them, but I'm gonna be very honest. As a kid, we had roaches one time, and I never forget. I was sleeping, and I felt something like bite me, and I went, and it was a freaking roach, and that was it. I went crazy in that house, and I didn't know what I was doing, but we got rid of those roaches. So I guess I was in pest control before I even knew about pest control. And since then, that little incident, it stuck with me. And no, roaches, no. Bed bugs probably won't even bother me because I don't have sensitive skin. I don't get swell up when mosquitoes bite me, so I'm pretty sure the same thing would happen with bed bugs. Mosquitoes are annoying. Growing up in Jamaica, they have those net around the bed. It's not for decoration, it's to keep the mosquitoes away. But when you have that net around the bed and stuff, what they don't show in the movies is that you hear the buzzing And the mosquitoes, all you. So I remember, yeah, being home in Jamaica, you would hear a lot of that. So close second would be mosquitoes. But since I don't have to do that so much here, yeah, those German roaches, man. Not for me, not for me.
Good evening, Pest Talks. How are we? It's been a good week. So happy to be here. And today we closed the office a little early, and the office staff went to go get our nails done. So that was super fun. And then we're going to do a little get ready with me for bed with Carly. So I wanted to hop in on this trending topic. And let me say, the answers were pretty good. Amanda with the earwigs and Noelle with the crickets, I feel like I would be okay with that because I was a camp girly. Alex and the scorpions, we don't have those in Virginia, so I didn't even think about that. It's not the German roaches. I was torn between the rodents and the bed bugs. And let me say, I was team rodents, especially rats, from the get-go, and I was dead set on that one. But I feel like I could karate chop a little here and there with the rats. The bed bugs, this is where it's getting me. Because the bed bugs, I'm their meal. I'm their main contender over here. I am what they want. They were looking for me. And just like David with mosquitoes, I didn't even think about that. Eric said, that's an outside thing. I was like, I didn't even think about that. But I think I could put up with the mosquitoes more than I could do the bed bugs. So my answer is hands down the bed bugs. They have taken the crown. They are the winner.
What's up, Pest Talks? I'm sorry, I'm still laughing about Ashley because I really enjoyed watching you being black in your Marco Polo. Because Lord knows black people can hop some fences. I mean, I think we all know how to climb a fence. I don't think any of us are scared of climbing a fence per se. But that was just really funny. Yeah, look at, there's Mr. Goins, because he really wanted to be in it, okay?
I'm on the fence.
He's on the fence. He's on the fence about it. Eric, my brother, Dr. E, I don't know if Ryan and I will ever get to the place of holding spiders. Maybe a cellar spider, but a wolf spider. I mean, they're beautiful. Their eyes, all of that is super cute. But holding one with Grace, I don't know if we'll ever be that comfortable with Grace. What do you think? No?
I don't think so.
I think, though,
Unless Eric came to visit and then picked up a spider.
Okay, yes, Eric. So when we're all together, if you pick up a spider and then make it crawl into our hand, I think I can handle that. Your son, he's going to be so brave with bugs. I know Grace will not be afraid of all the bugs that I was, because before Pest Control, I was very scared of a lot of bugs, but I'm not scared of most bugs anymore. Not really. But holding them, that's different. Seeing them, being around them, but holding them like that, you're brave, Dr. E. When Denzel was talking about the mosquitoes being in Jamaica, that made me think of flies. And next to crickets, I wouldn't want to be infested with flies, like a bunch of flies. I'm talking about the kind of flies that infest dumpsters, that are in dead rodents, feces, because their noise and all of that, and they're just disgusting, and they carry diseases too. So I don't think I'd even want to be in a house infested with flies. They're annoying, they're disgusting, and they also, if they're on your skin, they'll nibble, or it's like a little bite, like they kind of like sand flies, those kind of bites, because they're looking for food. So they have mouths. So I don't want to be anything anywhere near or infested with flies. Yeah, this was a good training topic. I look forward to the next one. What's it going to be?
Oh.
Are you doing stuff behind me?
I was a fly on the wall.
I don't want to be infested with a bunch of Ryans, okay? I mean,
Hey, well, technically a bunch of Ryans did infest you, if you think about it.
That's how we got Grace. Never mind. Okay, well, good night from the West Coast. I'm going to go get infested. Bye.